when you're a fat slob, which you clearly are, do you know you're a fat slob? I mean, do you just sit there eating a ginormous tub of ice cream and just stop and go, wow, it is really amazing how fucking fat and disgusting I am. Oh my God, I should really start doing something.
Why you gotta be making fun of me, man? I don't like that. Feelings hurt.
That's actually a movie reference. I just swapped some stuff around, see if anybody can pick that up. Got my boy Chuck here returning to discuss this controversial topic. Did I say that right? Controversial?
Sounds right.
Anyways, Nadine, Naughty Dog, boots a user or a system tester, game tester for saying sexist comments. Now, from what I read, he said, not you too, Naughty Dog. If you ever make another Uncharted game with a female as the lead, this is bullshit. I think those were the words, don't quote me. I'll find the link, put it in the description. Yes, I'm lazy. I probably should have looked at it before I started the video. They asked him to leave. Chuck, was this sexism?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because he doesn't want to play as a female.
Okay. Well, that in today's day and age, that's automatically sexist.
They should just give you an option, male or female.
Do you care about playing as a female?
Not really.
No?
You saw me running around as Elaine and Nadine.
Yeah, but you were doing that to irritate me.
Was I?
Yes. In a video game, if you have the option of playing as a man or a woman, who would you play as?
Pick a man.
You'd pick a man. But if you had to play as a woman, would you be bothered? Be honest.
No.
Why?
It just doesn't bother me.
Why does that not bother you?
Because it's a video game. If the game's good, I don't care.
Okay, now if you have to play as a raccoon or an inanimate object or, something like a turtle, would you care?
Well, I like Sly Cooper, so, I mean, you play as a raccoon in that.
And that doesn't bother you?
No.
Okay. Let's get to the back to the Naughty Dog thing. This, playing as a woman, and a lot of you who follow my channel, you already know this, it legit bothers me. Does that make me sexist because I don't want to play a woman? Well, let's look at the facts. A, I'm not a woman. B, when I have to play as a woman, I'm no longer immersed in the experience. Does that make sense to you, Chuck?
It does.
I have to be immersed in a game in order for me to enjoy it. Enjoy the story, enjoy the gameplay. Well, not necessarily the gameplay. Tell you like this. If I'm playing Angry Birds, the only reason I would play a game like Angry Birds is if I were in a doctor's office, sitting down waiting to be seen. Or if the wife was shopping, that's unrealistic because I don't go with the wife shopping, and I were waiting for her while she tried on something, I could play some Angry Birds. That's how I chop up me playing a game to where I'm playing as a female. It's a time burner. It's a time waster because that's how I look at it. There's no other reason whatsoever for me to want to play as a woman. If I can't see myself as the character, I don't want to play as the character. That's how I look at it. Now, black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, I don't care. As long as you're a man, I can relate to you. You are a woman, I got nothing, I can't relate to you. You're a woman, you're a whole different breed altogether as far as I'm concerned. Does that make sense?
So you can relate to a black man?
Yeah, why would I not be able to relate to a black guy?
I feel like some people say you wouldn't. You have white privilege.
Well,
your house. You obviously have that.
What does that mean? Black people have houses?
Not this nice though. Let's see by your lawn.
Oh man, what he says has nothing to do with what I say. Yeah, that's a whole man. Come on, man, you're opening up a can of worms. That's a whole different topic for a whole nother video. I don't believe in white privilege. I don't believe in that shit at all. Back to the female thing. Does my argument make sense? You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Nadine beating up Drake, to me, was retarded. let's not. You know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Nadine taking on not one Drake, but both Drakes at the same time. How did that make you feel? Somebody that doesn't give a shit about playing as a female. How did you feel about that?
I thought that was retarded.
You thought it was retarded.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I couldn't do anything to stop it. They made her kick my ass, and she's little. They're supposed to be, these fucking badass guys going around. You're beating 10 Mexicans in a fucking Mexican prison. Just 3 guys, and 2 of them can't take on one little chick.
It's retarded. Now, the people, I've seen a lot of the comments. The main thing is it's just a game. It's just a game, which you say that a lot of the time. It's just a game. They say, with all the unrealistic shit in Uncharted, why are you picking out this scene? Why is this bothering you in Drake being able to scale these cliffs or make the jumps he makes? Why doesn't that bother you?
Because I'm controlling him. I'm doing it. That's fun. It's not fun sitting there watching the character I've been playing with the whole game get his ass kicked.
I agree completely. If you were a woman beating up both Drakes, how would you feel about that? The main character of Uncharted, you're a female. You're Nadine. The 2 Drakes are the villains. How would you feel about that?
I'd be fine. I feel like it's just because I'm just too good at that game.
So it would empower you and make you feel skilled.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess I somewhat understand because I did play and beat the first Tomb Raider. And after I got past the whole fact that I'm, a little 90-pound female and this. Matter of fact, I find Lara Croft's jumps more believable than Drake's. You know what I mean? I believe the smaller you are, the more agile you are, and the more you can rep your own body weight.
Why couldn't Nadine just have got the jump on him, bashed him over the head, and he was just disoriented, and that's why she could whoop his ass, not just straight head up?
Because Naughty Dog has been on this for a little while. Naughty Dog, they're slowly trying to I see what you're doing, Naughty Dog. I see what you're doing. And you know what? You made 2 of the greatest games ever. Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us, which The Last of Us I do feel is better. So you're all right by me, but I'd already know what you're doing. The Last of Us 2, you can be a female. You will be a female, and it's what the people want.
I want Joel back, but I mean, if the story's good, if they do it good, it won't bother me none. I know you won't play it.
How would that not bother you when you connected so well with Joel? The brutality of Joel, the fact that Joel has a daughter, you have a daughter. What would happen to you if you ever lost that daughter? Relating to the character it makes the game that much better.
No, and I enjoyed it. And I said, if they make a good story with this character, I'll like it too. If the story sucks, I'm not going to like it.
But there's no relation there. I never played the DLC for The Last of Us. Did you ever play it?
No.
How can you put yourself in the shoes of a 14-year-old girl?
I don't relate to the games the same way you do. You get way more immersed than I do.
So you don't play a game for immersion. So why play a video game?
I enjoy it. It's fun to me. I don't know.
I need to be immersed. See, that's why I couldn't get into games as a kid. I'm not running around as Mario or you know what? I did play Zelda. I enjoyed Zelda. You know what I mean?
Zelda's good.
How hard is it? Just decline. That's a ghetto ring. Who was it?
That's just your wife. Nobody important.
Yeah, it's nobody. Anyways, the sexist comments. Look, do I think I'm physically superior to women? You bet your ass I do. I think Chuck is physically superior to women. I feel I'm physically superior to most men. Does that make me sexist toward men? No woman. And people say this all the time on the internet, dude, and it drives me nuts. Oh, she has training. Do you idiots, do you listen to what comes out of your mouth? I don't care how much training you have. If there's no power behind it, you can do nothing to me. Unless you have a weapon. Okay, Ronda Rousey. Can Ronda Rousey kick the shit? I would destroy Ronda Rousey with one arm tied behind my back. Okay? No competition. That's why they don't put women against men in mixed martial arts. That's why there are weight classes, because weight matters. Now, in a regular fight between two normal people, I mean, weight is kind of but they put the weight classes in there because you have a clear advantage if you have the weight. This guy here is 300 pounds. Okay? I feel I got much better hands, but if he grabs a hold of me and he's just cock strong, I'm going to have a bad fucking day. And that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? If he grabs me and knows how to handle me, there's not a whole lot I can do if I get caught up in a bad situation. Now, there are women that are superior to a lot of men. I'm talking about me, 6'6", 250 pound solid rev. I remember, and you know who I'm talking about here. I got a friend in the real world that was wrestling around with my sister. He was living with me at the time. We were bachelors. And I walk in the door. He's wrestling around with my sister, and she gets him in a chokehold. She's holding him on the ground. I got some pretty bad sisters. They're pretty badass as far as females go. I'll put them up against any black chick, because you know black chicks, them suckers are savages. Oh, that's probably going to be considered racist.
Yeah. Talking about
They're much better fighters than white girls. White people, as a whole, I don't feel can fight. I believe black people have a natural ability to fight. That's what I believe. As opposed to white people. I'm not saying white people can't fight if they're trained. I believe black people come out the womb with just better reflexes and just better fighters. Anyways, my sister is some pretty bad bitches. They're big bitches. She's holding him on the ground. She gets him in a headlock. And I was like, what the hell is happening? He's like, bro, I was just playing around. I said, then get out of it then. Go ahead and get out of it. And then he starts saying, okay, get off me. I'm going to get serious. She goes, get out of it. Come on, get out of it. He's like, I'm serious. She's like, go ahead, get out of it. He couldn't even budge her. And we're talking about a female that I could beat with the one arm tied behind my back. She tried to wrestle me all the time. It was like taking candy from a baby. Can't touch me. So, yes, there are females. Ronda Rousey could probably beat up the majority of you guys. Me? This sucker ain't coming near me. Okay? Here's what I want to know, Naughty Dog. We got to wrap this up. Here's what I want to know. If it were a guy bitching that he couldn't play as a female, and he said, oh, what the hell, Naughty Dog? Your last few games you played as a man. Why can't I be a woman? This is bullshit. Would you have asked him to leave? Would you say, look, you need to leave. You're sexist. I bet you wouldn't have. What do you think, Chuck?
Calm down. We got something coming for you. Just calm down.
Exactly. Exactly. Just keep playing. Wait till you see what Nadine can do. I feel they shoehorn that bullshit in. They're putting it in there just because. They're slowly making the transition. I see what's happening. Why do you think I'm so hyped for Mafia 3? Why do you think I'm so looking forward to Mafia 3?
I hope you have to play a female at some point.
Oh, God. You know what, man? I won't be surprised. That Mafia 3, the character reminds me of me. You know what I mean? He looks like a guy hell-bent on revenge and just straight gonna whoop some ass. And we're seeing those characters less and less and less. People want to play as fucking raccoons and females. What's happening? How can this immerse you? If you're a woman, why do you want to play as a man? How does this not bother you? You're not a man. Strong. I'm not saying women can't be strong. Females can be the best assassins in the world. If a guy's coming around me, I'm automatically on guard no matter who he is. Some hot, sexy female walks up to me. Hey, baby. I'm like, what up?
Well, who's some tough females?
No, hold on. I'm just trying to make a point. Now, imagine if she can get close and she can do anything she wants to me. Get me in the bed, handcuff me. At that point, I'm pretty much useless. And I'd let her too. And now she can do whatever she wants. Now, what were you about to say?
So who are some tough females in your opinion?
Does this go over 15 minutes?
I don't know.
In movies?
Anything.
Ripley from Aliens. She was a tough female. Fiora in Mad Max. She was a tough female. These were bad bitches, in my opinion. Yeah. Females that know that the movie shows that they're weaker, but yet they still got more balls than the men. That takes more balls than somebody that's got more physical strength. You know what I mean? Who do you say bad females are?
A hit girl from Kick-Ass.
Oh my God. Who else?
I feel like your wife's probably an accident or something.
She's fine. Who else?
Trinity.
Yeah, but see, Trinity did all that shit in her head, so you're right, she is badass. Most females would think that. I don't know if we're going over in time or not.
Partner.
Who?
RoboCop's partner. Whatever that chick's name was.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. I didn't mind her. What's her name, Lois? I think we're going over, man. We got to stop this video.
Stop it.
All right, people.
I'm bored.